Hey, what's up? So, um, I guess there's a lot of bullshit that I've been wanting to, rant or rape about for quite a while. Yeah, I don't know if you hear that background noise is for me walking around. So I do like to walk and talk in some of my videos. But anyways, the point is, man, school, by the way, is complete bullshit. It's basically entitled spoiled brat breeders who demand respect from their children despite disrespecting the fuck out of them without remorse constantly doing the worst they can with the knowledge they have, constantly doing the worst they can with the knowledge they have. All right, so they do know better, and they openly admit that they're wrong and that they're making mistakes, yet they will still continue to justify doing it, right? And so, what the fuck happened in school, right? What is school? School is where you're forced to do all this unpaid, useless bullshit. Okay, it's breeders forcing you to waste the overwhelming majority of your waking time and energy. They're forcing you to waste 50 to 60 hours per week doing unpaid, useless bullshit. And they openly admit that it's useless. They openly admit that. They openly admit that, oh, hey, most of what you learn in school is pointless. You're just wasting your time, but they're still going to make you do it. Think about it. When have you seen a parent go up to a politician during a Q&A session and ask them, "Oh, hey, Mr. Politician candidate person, Mr. Politician, what are you going to do about all this bullshit that my kid is being forced to do for school? My kid is being forced to do all this unpaid, useless bullshit. Can we at least make sure that school is teaching kids something useful so that they're not wasting their fucking time? Can we make sure that they're at least teaching them valuable skills, And do we really need to make them do 50 to 60 hours per week of unpaid, useless bullshit? I don't think so, okay? I don't fucking think so. Yeah, breeders are making their kids do all this unpaid, useless bullshit, and it's like, what the hell, And they openly admit it. They openly admit that they're wrong. Yeah, they want to scream at their kids for not going along with what they openly admit is a bad idea. Yeah, it's simply a bad idea to unnecessarily overwork yourself, It's just a bad idea. Like, here's the thing. With our level of technology and automation, I mean, humans don't really need to work that much to keep society going. Think about it. What if you were to automate all work you possibly can do and then evenly divide the remaining amount of human labor that only humans can do, so that while still paying everyone full-time wages, full-time salaries, so that way people have like a 5 to 8 hour work week on average, Yeah, or maybe yeah, think about it. I mean, we probably only need to work like 5 hours a week if we were to get everything fully automated, right? So, I mean, that's the mentality we should have, but there's this toxic idea floating around in our fucking society, which says that, that oh, it's somehow noble and virtuous to unnecessarily overwork yourself. Well, it's just not a good idea, okay? Because people get sick and die from exhaustion and overwork all the time. It is literally a leading cause of fucking death. So no, these breeders, when they force you to go to school, force you to do all this bullshit, they actually do not have your best interest in mind, and they do know better, okay? And they're unremorsefully torturing you, okay? It's so degrading to be forced to waste the overwhelming majority of your waking time and energy. That is like the most fucked up thing about it, because if they were to at least make you do useful shit, it'd be like I would still say, hey, 50 hours a week, 50 to 60 hours per week of this schooling, I still think it's too much, but hey, at least they're making sure, like you could reasonably give them more benefit of the doubt as to their good intentions, right? Because it would seem like, oh yeah, they may be working you too much, but they're just really trying to make sure you're prepared for the real world and shit. And look, if they were to actually teach you useful shit, then I would at least give some benefit of the doubt to their good intentions if they were to teach you useful stuff. But that's the thing. They don't teach you useful stuff, and they openly admit it. They openly admit that they are robbing you of a good education and unnecessarily traumatizing you by robbing you, by making you all this fucking work for no fucking reason, you know? Like, these entitled fucking pricks, man. These stupid little cunts. Oh my god. You know, it's interesting. When I was a kid, I was constantly told what? Oh, when you're an adult in your 30s, you're going to look back and think, man, these fucking parents and adults and teachers of mine, they're such geniuses, man. I wish I listened to them more. Look, I'm in my 30s right now, and I don't think that. I look back and I'm horrified. I'm like, holy fuck. I'm just, like, all these parents and teachers, like, yeah, most of these fucking adults in my life who offered me some kind of guidance and direction, most of them were shockingly terrible. Like, I'm just baffled by how bad of a job they did, statistically speaking, you know? I'm shocked by how wrong they are. And, like, I do regret listening to them. I regret listening to them all the fucking time. You know, you would not believe how much bad advice I've received from my parents and or other adults in my life as a kid that I regret following. You know, I regret listening to their advice so much, you know? Yeah, these fucking breeders are evil cunts, okay? Those of them who, I'm not saying all breeders, but, like, you know, the overall majority of breeders are unremorseful, evil cunts, all right? They're just, like, all they want to do is traumatize the fuck out of their kids, you know, and torture them with unnecessary bullshit. That's it, okay? It's like they scream at their kids, oh, why do I want to do this bullshit for school? Why don't I want to do this bullshit for school? Because you fucking cunts openly admit that it's a waste of time. So why should I waste my time? Okay, you openly admit that this is a waste of time, so why should we do it? You fucking faggot. Hey, look, blacks can say the N-word, so, you know, I think for that same type of logic and reasoning, I'm allowed to say the F-word, right? These fucking faggots, man. Yeah, it's like, people are so fucking dumb. I'm just sick of this shit, man. Breeders, okay, you do not really love your children that much based on any reasonable definition of the word love. Okay, you do not love them that much if you're going to unremorsefully force them to do all this unpaid, useless bullshit for school, and you're not even going to try to propose a better alternative. I get that in some jurisdictions, the government forces you to send them to school, and if you don't, you get arrested. But, like, shouldn't you at least, I guess, go to one of these politicians and you should at least protest. You should at least say, go to schools, you know, go to school boards. Say, hey, school boards, can you at least make sure our kids are learning useful stuff? Teach them useful shit, you know? Go to these politicians' Q&A sessions and say, hey, are you planning on fixing all these problems with our shitty education system? Yeah, you know? They should at least do that. You gotta at least try to do something to fix the problem, okay? But to make your kids do all this unpaid, useless bullshit for school and then scream at them if they don't want to do it. Screaming at them because they don't want to do what you openly admit is a bad idea, okay? Wasting your time, making unproductive, inefficient use of your energy, that is a bad idea. It is a bad idea to waste your time and energy like that, okay? When parents and teachers force you to go to school and force you to waste your time and energy, okay, they are forcing you to do something that is a bad idea. It is a bad idea to waste your time and energy like that, okay? And they admit it. They admit that they are wrong. They admit that they are stupid, hypocritical cunts, okay? They admit that. They admit it. These entitled little shit nuggets, all right? Man, breeders get all these fucking breeder entitlements. If you fuck, apparently now, society just wants to assume that you're some kind, loving empath, and that you're entitled to, you know, abuse your kids worse than anybody else while still claim to love them. Okay, no, all right, I'm sick and tired of these fucking gene entitlements. I'm sick and tired of these fucker entitlements. Yeah, they're fucking entitlements, pun intended. Yeah, it's literally, if you fuck and produce a kid as a byproduct, you get all these fucking entitlements, pun intended. Yeah, it's like now you get to have this fucking non-consenting slave that's forced to live with you, and you're legally allowed to abuse them worse than anybody else. I mean, think about it. Is your boss allowed to non-consensually kiss you? Is your boss allowed to non-consensually spank you? No, they're not legally allowed to do that shit, right? But yet, we're going to let untrained asshole parents do that to kids? Untrained fuckers? We as a society is going to let untrained assholes do that to kids just because they fucked? I mean, what logical sense does that make? I don't agree with that shit. Society needs to stop doing that bullshit, man. And there needs to be more people speaking out against this, all right? Look, there's not a whole lot I can do, okay? All I can do is go on my fucking small, YouTube radio talk show and say some cuss words and, I guess protest, the bullshit and express my disagreements and why I disagree with all this bullshit that's going on, But, I mean, so there's not a whole lot I can do about it, okay? Except make these fucking YouTube videos, rave and rant on my fucking YouTube radio talk show, all right? But look, I'm going to do it, okay? And you should too, right? You should do whatever it is you can to get the ball rolling in the right direction, okay? Even if it's not a lot, even if you can't do much, that's fine, okay? Just do whatever you can, all right? That's all I ask, man. Just do whatever you can, man. I'm serious, okay? Yeah. Do whatever the fuck you can to, to get the ball rolling in the right direction. But I'm sick and tired of these fucking breeder entitlements, man. These breeder entitlements have got to fucking go. It's destroying our fucking society. What logical sense does it make to trust completely vulnerable, helpless humans with underdeveloped brains? I'm like, what sense does it make to trust these extremely vulnerable, helpless people in the hands of untrained fuckers who are legally allowed to abuse them worse than anybody else and is going to get more undeserved forgiveness and benefit of the doubt than anybody else? Makes no fucking sense, man. No wonder there's so much. Here's the thing. Do you know that most child abuse is done by the parents? Yes, 80 to 90%, yes, 80 to 90% of of child abuse is done by the parents of the victim. Yes, most child abusers are the parents. Huh. Who would have thought? Who would have thought that most of the abusers would be untrained fuckers? Untrained, entitled, narcissistic assholes who keep getting enabled by this toxic, disgusting, evil fucking society, man. Society, man. Dude, society is very fucking evil. It's constantly been evil for thousands of years, and it certainly has gotten better in some ways. Don't get me wrong, but society's got we got a long ways to go, bro. I think that if we do away with these fucking breeder entitlements, these fucker entitlements, and we start raising children in, I guess, a fair, reasonable manner, and we leave them to people who are trained, who are properly trained and properly held to a reasonably high standard, okay? I think that will solve so many fucking problems, man. I guarantee you, if we do that, if we fix this whole breeder entitlement problem, in one generation, we'll see a drastic decrease in crime, in mental health problems, addictions, bullying. Look, I guarantee you that most bullying is children learning it from their parents, right? Most parents are bullies. Most parents bully the fuck out of their children. Most parents bully and traumatize the living shit out of their kids, okay? And then kids are brainwashed to have Stockholm Syndrome for these evil bullies, and they're taught all these toxic ideas about what love really is. Oh, you gotta assume that this entitled, untrained fucker loves you no matter what they do. Just because they fucked, you gotta assume they love you. That's a toxic, disgusting idea, all right? You should not be brainwashed into loving bullies, all right? You shouldn't, okay? I do believe in conditional love, actually. Yeah, I think that you should have some reasonable conditions for your love, right? You shouldn't love somebody if they're gonna, I guess, intentionally and unremorsefully abuse your fucking love and charity, right? Is that not a fair, reasonable standard for love? I do believe in conditional love. Yeah, I do. Okay. And let me tell you something, most of these fucking Christian Jeebus freaks who want to just clutch their pearls and scream bloody murder at what I just said, guess what? I guarantee you, the overwhelming majority of them, they themselves are extremely vindictive, extremely hateful, and they are more wrathful and vindictive than I am. Far more wrathful. Time and time again. I've seen these fucking, forgiveness preaching, Bible thumping Jeebus freaks preach forgiveness, letting go. They will preach forgiveness, letting go for your evil, toxic parents, but they're not going to show any forgiveness for you over the littlest thing. Like you do the littlest thing online, they freak the fuck out and start screaming at you. Okay, and I gave examples of this in previous videos, right? Like for example, there's this one dude from Young Life, all right? And yeah, Young Life is this evangelical Christian organization with a pretty bad reputation, by the way. Wonder why. But I had this fucking cunt youth minister, again, preach all this letting go shit for my evil parents, but get this. Did he let it go when I simply take an extra 5 to 10 minutes to get my stuff sorted into the cubby? We're out on this fucking week-long vacation, or week-long Christian torture camp, right, in Colorado. And when we got there, you know, I took an extra 5 to 10 minutes getting my stuff sorted in my cubby the way I wanted to. And here's the thing. The next event we had to be at was a half hour later. So I was not running late for anything. There's no real fucking problem whatsoever. This cunt-face, evil hypocrite youth minister comes in the fucking room and he starts screaming at me for, not meeting up with the group and missing out on all the fun. I'm like, fuck you, faggot. I mean, there's no real problem to begin with, okay? There's nothing wrong with me taking an extra 5-10 minutes to get my stuff sorted. So there's no real problem to begin with, you fucking hypocritical faggot. And you clearly do not believe in all this letting go shit, all right? You can't let go of nothing, you fucking hypocritical faggot cunt. You can't. You can't let go of nothing, all right? So if any of these fucking Christian cunts want to lie and pretend that they're all about love and forgiveness, okay, in basically all cases, I mean, you'll be very hard-pressed to find any exceptions to this shit, man. In basically all cases, they are completely full of shit, and they are far more vindictive, wrathful, hateful than me, okay? I mean, like, it's not even close. I am way more fucking forgiving than them. I am way more fucking loving and passionate than them. You know? I am. I absolutely am, you know? These evil fucking cunt faces. I hate them so fucking much, man. These evil, hypocritical Christian faggots. You pieces of fucking shit. Hypocritical cunts. Yeah, look at how much he murdered me with his heart. Yeah, Bible says that if you anger someone, you murder them with your heart. Well, he clearly, according to the Bible, he murdered me all because I took an extra 5 minutes to get my stuff sorted in the locker room, or in the cubby, in the cabin, and there's no real problem to begin with. You know, I was not even running late for anything. He's just being a fucking evil little faggot. Hypocritical cunt. What a hypocritical little cunt face. Fucking evil sack of shit. And, oh, guess what? He's a breeder too. Yeah, he has kids. And we all know that it's pretty much guaranteed. It's basically guaranteed that he is doing all sorts of evil, hypocritical shit to his kids, you know, without remorse. And he's going to play the victim anytime he gets held accountable. Anytime his kids stand up to his bullying, he will play the victim. He'll play the fucking victim, like all bullies do, right? Fucking hypocritical, thin-skinned little faggot cunt. Yeah, look, yeah, you don't talk about having thin skin and taking things too personally. Look at that shit, man. Fucking hypocritical faggot. What a thin-skinned little faggot, man. I'm telling you, man, people want to preach all this thick-skinned, let-it-go shit. I mean, in basically all cases, they are completely full of shit. They are complete fucking hypocrites, man. Evil, hypocritical cunt faces, you know? They are. Are they not? Yes, they fucking are. Anyways, this video's been going on for long enough. See ya.